In this lesson, we're going to cover a killer metronome workout drill that will really help you improve your picking speed. Hey there, John here with the Blues Guitar Institute, and this is your Tuesday Blues, where we take cool acoustic blues concepts and we break them down into bite-sized chunks so that you can get going with this stuff as fast as possible. And today, I've got something really cool that I want to share with you. It's an exercise using a metronome. It's a little speed drill that will really help you get results in just about as fast of a time period as possible. This is very efficient. This is something that I use when I really want to quicken my picking on something. So this can be either, moving your fingers faster on the fretboard or picking. And today I'm going to focus on the thumb. So this is a great speed drill for your thumb. And what you need is a metronome and of course your guitar and a thumb to start picking along here. Now I've got a metronome on my phone. It's just an app called Metronome Beats. Very basic. All you really need, although this thing has some bells and whistles, all you really need is something that will punch out a beat per minute or a beat at a set beat per minute or BPM. And the idea of this exercise is to start slow. Start at something that's very comfortable that you almost cannot mess up, and then gradually increase and increase and increase the tempo. But the key to this, and this is where the real skill building comes in, is that once you hit your max, keep going. Like keep trying. If you top out at 120 beats per minute and your technique kind of falls apart, go to 140 and try it there. Then come back and try 120 again, and you'll find out that it seems like things have just slowed way down because you just went to this blistering speed, and now what used to be crazy fast is now somehow within reach. That's the basic concept that we're going to go for. I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration here by playing that little line, or this little line with my thumb here. And it's basically, well, it is the E blues scale. And we're going to use that little line, the E blues scale, to target what I'm talking about with my thumb. I want my thumb to really be isolated here and to do all the heavy lifting. This exercise is just for the thumb. And of course, it helps to reinforce your idea of the E blues scale as well. But what we're going to do is start out with that low-ish beat per minute. This should be something that you can tackle. You can play each of the notes and really not mess it up. So I'm going to set this to 60 beats per minute. This could be something slower or faster for you, just depending on where you are. And I've got this set up so that you hear not only the quarter note clicks, the 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's also going to click off the triplets: 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, because that's what this little line, the way that we're playing this rhythmically, is built on triplets. So let's give it a listen on the metronome, and then I'll jump in with the scale. Three triplet, 4 triplet. All right, you can tell that was pretty comfortable for me. And again, your mileage may vary there, but the concept is the same. Start somewhere that is comfortable, that you can produce nice, clean notes. And notice that that thumb is moving. It is clicking along pretty good once you throw those triplets in there, even at a slow beat per minute. So then what we want to do is move up, and I'll move up at maybe 10 beats per minute at a time here, and make sure that I can still play that as cleanly and as fluidly. So this is 70 beats per minute. Still pretty good. So we're going to keep going. Another 10 beats per minute puts us at 80. Let's loop it. All right, so let's jump up a good bit more. We're at 95 now. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. All right, so I got 95. You're still hearing those notes click off loud and clearly. My technique really hasn't fallen apart. yet. It's going to. We're going to push that. And that's the idea here. So I'm going to keep jumping way up there. So we're going to go to, let's go up to 115. All right, pretty quick here. 2, 3. All right, we're definitely giving this thumb a workout here, especially when you loop this thing over and over. But I got that pretty much down, so we're going to keep going. And let's see what happens at around 130. And again, we're jumping in pretty big intervals. You may want to narrow this and climb up slower, but for the sake of this demonstration on the video, I'm making these wider tempo jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so things fell apart a little bit. They were a little shaky. I definitely, hit some notes with a little stronger attack than others. That's not what we want. This is where you're getting some good feedback just from your own practice. You're hearing yourself against this perfect regimented beat of the metronome, and that wasn't perfect. Not as good as I feel like I can be, and that was at 130, and things are definitely, getting tense. I'm tensing up. That's something else that you don't want to do. I didn't do that until we hit 130, so I can tell this is where I'm starting to break down. But as I mentioned before, the key to this drill is that we're going to keep pushing. We're going to go, let's go all the way up to 140 here. Let's see what happens. Falling apart. Let's try it again. 2, 3. So I can play it around about once, but after looping it, it just doesn't happen. And that once is kind of shaky, right? All right, so we are not really getting perfect notes out of 140. Let's keep going one more time. 150. Not gonna happen. That's just a joke. That's not happening. That's crazy fast for what we're trying to do here. But now remember where it is important that as you do this exercise, you make note. Remember how things were kind of okay, but kind of not great at 130. Let's go back down to 130 and let's see what happens now that we've pushed beyond 130. Let's see if this gets any better. Seems pretty slow after 140. 2. Not perfect. It's actually, I think it's a little worse than it was before. And I've got that tense sort of, approach to things right now. So maybe 130 is not where I need to call my comfort zone. Let's go back down to 120. And I hope that this is really useful for you. You're going to have to be able to sort of assess your own ability, but that's kind of a really important skill. And that's how you're going to get some great feedback out of your own practice sessions. So now here we go, 120. All right, pretty comfortable. I can nail 120. I feel good about it. I'm not tense. I'm not playing with any sort of tension in my hands or really even in the rest of my body, my shoulders, whatever. So 120 feels like a pretty solid tempo for me. The goal is to get above 120, and you want to sneak up on your fastest tempo. So let's go to 125. All right, so we got that. Let's try 130 again. Now we're at 130. All right, so I still have a little bit of, a few problems here and there at 130. So that we've established, 130 is my target. That's where I want to get to. So Next time I start out practicing, I might start out at 115. Play that through comfortably a few more times. Go to 120, 125, 130. It's probably going to break apart a little bit. Go back to 140, 150. Let it completely fall apart, but feel what it feels like to go beyond your limit. All right, I hope you dig this lesson, but more importantly, I hope that you take this and put it into your practice routine. There is just nothing that I know of that will really get you results, especially when it comes to speed, quite like this exercise. So use it. And also stop by bluesguitarinstitute.com and check out 3 free lessons that I've got for you. These are high quality lessons designed for results as well. And it's the Acoustic Blues Jumpstart. You can sign up and grab the first 3 lessons completely for free, and you'll come away knowing the most important thing to get started playing acoustic blues. All right, that's it for this lesson. Until next time, be sure to practice smart, play on, and I'll see you back here next Tuesday.